Hello, friends. Jayne Sanders here, purpose coach and master scientific hand analyst. So today is the end of my little series on fingerprints in the palm. And I will be addressing just very briefly, kind of the 30,000-foot view, prints at the top of the palm between ring finger, which we call Apollo, and the pinky, which we call Mercury. Either hand, right hand or left hand. So we'll start with right hand. So as you recall, if you've been watching this last couple of e-zines, the video within, when there's a print in between the fingers, we take the meaning of the two fingers and combine it. So on the right hand, the ring finger is about creativity, creative expression, artist in the spotlight. And in the spotlight means for you to do your most meaningful, soul-satisfying work, you need the positive feedback, the approval, the appreciation, the acknowledgement. And the only way you can get that is by putting that creative work out in front of people so they can give you the feedback. And it's very important that you take it in too and receive it and digest it, not dismiss it or brush it aside. And the pinky, Mercury, on the right hand, is a public message, having a message for the public. So when you combine those, it's author-speaker is another way to say that. So when you combine those, it would be artist with a message in the spotlight, like inspirational art, creativity that communicates a message, or communicating a message for people that will help them using your creativity. That's the master path of that print. And again, the type of print determines whether it's purpose or lesson or just part of your design. Usually, it's just part of your design, part of who you are, part of your blueprint. The student path of a print between Apollo and Mercury would include feeling apathetic about life, bored because of not using your creativity. And not using your creativity usually comes from one or more forms of fear of rejection. That fear of rejection can be so tricky because a lot of times it doesn't feel like fear of rejection, and people that don't own their creative abilities don't even know how creative they are. And by the way, the creativity doesn't have to be visual, artistic creativity. It can be the way you think, how you solve problems, how you help people, how you speak, write, dance, cook, garden. It can be how you put systems and processes together, how you build businesses. There's all kinds of creative expressions. So the student path is fear of rejection. It can be not knowing that you're creative, creativity blockage, self-criticism, comparing your work to others and finding yours lacking, which is baloney. It's not lacking, it's just different. And it can show up as perfectionism. And then the student path for the pinky, for Mercury, which is having a message for the public, is called mute, not speaking up. Often that comes from, or is manifested by not speaking up, feeling not heard or listened to, but usually because of not speaking up. And it can also involve that you're meant to share a message, but you don't even know that. You haven't grasped that yet. Or you might know that you want to share a message, but you don't know what that message is. Or you know what the message is, but you're not doing it. So that's a print on the right hand between ring and pinky. Left hand, the ring finger, Apollo, is also about creativity. It's called the innovator, thinking outside of the box, being a maverick, being on the creative edge, the leading edge of something. Just this creative urge wanting to come out. And again, it does not have to be artistic, but an innovator is not supposed to even try to fit in the box. They're meant to blaze their own trail, break the rules. Well, don't get arrested, but anyway. And then the pinky on the left hand, the Mercury on the left hand, is the healer, inspiring healing through communication, through sharing your journey, your awareness, your story, holding space for others so that they can heal themselves through your inspirational communication. And when it's in between, then it would be innovative healer. So inspirational communication with your twist, your angle, your way of doing it, using your innovation. And the student path of the ring finger is similar. It's fear of rejection, and it can be paralyzing. And then all the ways that fear of rejection can show up. And the student path for the healer, the pinky, is trust, intimacy, and surrender issues. So it's involving not having created that intimacy inside with yourself, really not loving and accepting yourself without judgment, all those parts you think are bad, which of course aren't, they're just humanity. The not being able to trust yourself. And when you don't have trust and intimacy for yourself inside, you don't have them to give to anybody else either. So it can show up as trust and intimacy issues out in the world with other people. And then not being able to surrender to your special connection to divine, to spirit, to your higher self, to your intuition. And those are all kind of tangled up together. So that is what a print at the top of your palm between ring and pinky fingers mean if you have one. Usually just a part of your design, sometimes can be purpose or lesson. So thank you very much for watching. Be sure and check out on the right side of the e-zine all my upcoming speaking engagements. Got a bunch coming up. If you've never heard me speak, it's a lot of fun. I really go into some fascinating information about this amazing modality. And if you belong to a group that looks for speakers, please consider me and let me know, particularly if you're in the Colorado area. Even when people are skeptical about this work, they're fascinated by it. And I've spoken to business people, attorneys, doctors, engineers, techie people, women's groups, community groups, networking groups, all kinds. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Much love to you. Bye-bye.